great day for hockey. Wisconsin versus Bemidji State. Get your tickets now.
So these guys aren't afraid to shoot the ball, South Dakota.
No, not at all. They shoot a lot of threes, and they have a lot of guys that can shoot threes. So, they pose a lot of problems for teams, and we're gonna have to prepare as best we can, and hopefully shut them down.
Is it a bit more difficult to stick to your rebounding philosophies when they're shooting from 25 feet? There's a potential of them clanking and going all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be some long rebounds, but there's long rebounds in every game, and obviously we want to box out and get good position, but with long rebounds, it usually comes down to just hustle and who wants it more. So we're going to definitely have to focus on that aspect, and that's something we always take pride in. So.
Did you say the other night was your best rebounding effort as far as a team?
The
year so far?
I thought we did well. There's been other games too where we've done pretty well, but a few nights ago? Yeah, a few nights ago. We did a great job getting on the glass, getting some offensive rebounds, and then obviously limiting them to second chance opportunities. So we're going to continue to do that, and anytime we can get on the glass like that, it just expands our whole game.
How do you think this team has played so far this year through the first 6-7 games?
I thought we've done a pretty good job so far. Obviously, there's some areas where we have to improve on, but for the most part, I feel like our young guys are stepping up and give us some good minutes, and we're just looking to keep getting better every day, and that's what we're focusing on right now. And we have South Dakota tomorrow, so that's where all our attention is, and hopefully we can string together some wins before the Big Ten season starts.
And how much can a win like just the pasting of NC State do for this team?
I think it's a momentum builder, definitely. You beat a good ACC team by that much, and you should be able to build some momentum off it. So hopefully tomorrow we can give the same kind of effort, get the same kind of looks offensively, and bring the same energy defensively. And when we do that, we're pretty tough to stop.
Is it kind of like to keep the foot on the throttle mentality, kind of the way with trouble with the UNLV finishing that one off and same with Notre Dame? This one obviously was just kind of the exact opposite.
Yeah, I mean, when you have good things going, you want to keep them rolling, and that's how it was against NC State. And but each game's different, and each game poses different problems, and so we're not taking South Dakota lightly. We know what they can do, and we're just going to stick to what we do well and focus on what we need to do to get a win.
John, Mike Bruzowitz goes 3 for 3 from beyond the arc last night or 2 nights ago, and so did Jared. Do you guys need another guy to maybe step up and hit perimeter shots on a consistent basis? Other than maybe you and Jordan?
Yeah, I mean, anytime we can get guys to knock down shots, which we have on this team, it opens things up, especially for Jordan to penetrate. And when guys can't help off him so much, he has lanes to create, and he's so good when he gets in the lane to find guys and create for other guys that when we have other guys knocking shots down, it just kind of we get into more of a rhythm and a flow as an offense.
Well, I mean, it's fun to play with guys like Mike, Jared, Keaton, John, all those guys. When you got guys who are 6'8", 6'9", 6'10", hitting threes and drawing big guys away from the lane, it makes it easier for us guards to try and get in the lane and finish around the rim, especially when you don't got those big monsters inside there trying to block your shot. So, and if they are in there, you can kick it out to them and rely on them to knock down the shot. So, I mean, it makes our job a lot easier, and it obviously shows that Mike and Jared and those guys have all been working on their game in the summer.
That was pretty evident the other night against North Carolina State. I mean, you were getting in the lane pretty easily and driving and dishing. I mean, is that just an example of that?
I mean, maybe. Yeah, I guess I don't really know how many assists I had, or I don't really know the result. I can't remember the result of every single drive I had, but I mean, like I said, we know what guys can do on our team, and it's just a matter of time until guys get that opportunity, and when they do, they just have to prove themselves. And Jared's starting to do that, Mike's starting to do that, and I mean everybody on our team's still looking for more opportunities to prove ourselves even further.
When you had 15 turnovers against UNLV, most of the turnovers in that game were from the wings. What has you've only had 21 turnovers since that game, which is pretty good. What what has been going on there just to lower the turnover count with the play with the forwards specifically?
I mean, that was early. Early, it was our third game of the year. It was really the first team we played that pressured us like they did. It was in a hostile environment, but I just think that coach is always stressing you got to go on to what's next and learn. You always learn from the past, but you got to have a short memory at the same time. So, I mean, Mike obviously had maybe a turnover he wanted back, a turnover two wanted back, and Ryan and myself, I had one I dribbled out of bounds. So I think it's just remembering those things and keeping them in your mind, but also you can't, like I said, you can't play conservative. You have to stay aggressive, but you also have to know where guys are going to be and kind of be cognitive of what you're trying to accomplish. So.
What do you think when you go ahead, Sean?
How much confidence or momentum can you get off a 40-point victory over an ACC team like you did doing that?
I mean, it's a confidence boost anytime you win a game. You know, you always, obviously, I'm sure you guys have won a lot of things in your lives too, and anytime you win at anything, whether it's a card game or anything, you feel pretty good about yourself after. So, but the key is just to it's the same thing with winning. When you do a bad thing or a good thing, winning, you got to have a short memory. You remember what you did good, remember what you did bad. Just try and keep doing the good things, learn from the bad things, and move on to the next game.
Would you feel like that was the team's best overall performance of the season?
I think that's the closest we got to playing a full 40 minutes so far this year. I still think that we had some lapses defensively and offensively. So, I mean, we're getting closer, though, but we still have a really long way to go.